I'm Brodie Allen. This is my wife, Kara Allen. We've been married for 5 years now. I grew up in Bellingham, Washington. Was raised in an alcoholic home with a mother who was adamant about us going to church every Sunday, being involved in youth group. And at about the age of 14, I started dabbling in drugs and alcohol. The summer after we graduated high school, my best friend was shot and killed in a drive-by in Bellingham. And it really catapulted my drug use, getting into some harder drugs. That led me in prison. I was there for 2 years, and when I was in prison, that was when I really first sought out a relationship with Jesus. I got baptized. I saw clearly two lines. I could either get more involved in the criminal activities or do an about-face. And so I chose to get involved with people that were in the chapel.
I grew up in a very non-Christian, strict household. My parents got divorced when I was 4. I was always kind of attracted to the more risky side of things, smoking and drinking and using drugs. And I got 3 DUIs my senior year of high school and went to treatment at Sundown in Yakima. I stayed clean and sober for 6 years. I got out, I got married, I started a career, had a baby, and when I was pregnant with my oldest, I was put on Vicodin. I knew enough that I was scared to take it. I had never taken opiates before, and I did not take it during my pregnancy. But I saved them. I didn't get rid of them. I saved them. I was scheduled to give a big presentation, and I was very nervous about it, and I had a headache. I took them, and 20 minutes later, all my fears went away. And then it progressed into stronger opiates, to Oxycontin, and then eventually to heroin. In 2015, I was looking at going to prison for 5 years, and I begged my public defender to let me get a residential dosage sentence so that I could go to treatment. 2 or 3 days before I was getting ready to go home, this church came in and they brought a girl that had actually used to be at this treatment center, and she shared her testimony. And as I was sitting there, everything that she said was like my exact story. The one thing, the difference that we had was that she had this huge abundance faith in God, and that was the one piece that I knew nothing about. And from that moment on, I knew that right then that was the piece that I was missing. Brody and I went to high school together. We ran into each other at a AA meeting.
We got married in 2020 when COVID was just coming about, and I started having some panic attacks, and condemnation was coming because I relapsed in January of 2020. My faith was really faltering. I really felt like I was in hell. The fundamentals, like I knew that Jesus died on the cross for everybody, but somehow it was this confusion. I couldn't link it to me and really lost my faith.
I had to dive in and find my own faith, which I don't think I had prior to that. Watching him struggle through what he was struggling through helped me to learn how to pray and learn how to reach out to Jesus. And I didn't ever realize that my relationship with God could be like talking to a friend. And I really think that Brodie's relapse is what led me to my full surrender to God and to my faith in Jesus.
We were just kind of going to North County, Sunday Christians, but really seeking that deeper relationship with Jesus, what it looks like, and really learned why it's so important to read the Word every day. When I meditate on Bible verses, that's where I get my answers. These thoughts, these intrusive thoughts that I have, I can bounce it against what the truth is. Our purpose comes from our shortcomings, from our crucifixion, as we died with Christ and now rose again on the other side. We really have given our lives to walking with people who are in the moment with their addictions, walking through their surrender, what it is to walk with addictions and walk out of addictions and strongholds and stuff.
And just seeing the little transformations every day is our goal, and that's why we do what we do. I have recently accepted the position of director of the Agape House, which is the women's recovery program for the Lighthouse Mission.
I currently serve as a case manager at the New Life Center, the Ascent program, which is the men's recovery. When you're living in addiction, you're seeking out for this happiness. You're running from life, and the last thing on my mind would ever be serving other people would give me true joy. And when you really see the lights come on for other people and their lives become full, you get that joy. It's just amazing to be a part of God's mission. John 10:10 says, "The thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Jesus came that they may have life and have it to the full."